I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial on creating a painted faux driftwood finish. And I have plastic bags ready. I have a few different trays. And then the colors I'm going to be doing, so I want to do this a lighter background because I'm actually going to be using transfers and a decoupage. That's kind of a spring theme. But the colors I'm going to be using are very similar. So it's going to be a tone on tone. Let me get the third color here. See if you can see those. So it's Pebble, Cobblestone, and Little Lamb. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the medium tone, which is the Pebble. See, it's a little bit darker than the Cobblestone and obviously a little bit lighter than the Little Lamb. And I'm gonna put that down for the base colors. What I'm trying to do is the first coat, I just want a nice solid base color. So I am just gonna paint this, and yes, the edges will show, so I am gonna do the edges. Separately mix on the board the three colors. So I'm just going to pay more attention now. I'm just going to do a tiny bit of the Little Lamb, which is the gray color. And you definitely don't want to be dipping out of the pints directly because your brush will pick up a little bit of the other colors because we're doing wet on wet with all three colors, and you don't want to contaminate your pint of paint. And then this is the lighter color, the Cobblestone. This back out again. And then the other thing that I have here that you probably can't see, I have a brush that I'm going to blend it with. Now, I like to use two. So this is one that we have in the shop for sale. This is a large blending brush, and it is wonderful for blending. The bristles are so soft, and the way that there's space in there, it blends really, really soft. If you don't like that look, here's another wider brush. This is the Stallmeister one. You can use any kind of a brush. I have these and I love to use them. So when we blend, I'm not going to be pushing down at all. I'm just going super light. I'm just very lightly dragging it across to create that sort of faux wood grain look. So first I'm gonna spritz it. So this is the other thing that I have. This is my mister. I now have these available in the shop, and they're great for faux treatments. Sometimes I use them for decoupaging and blending. And so this is like, it spritzes the water out in a finer mist. So see, we're using a lot of water. So now I'm gonna put on some of the medium color, which for me was the Pebble. And then, so you could do this with any color tone you wanted. I'm just showing you this one, and it's not at all perfect. And then the next one I'm going to do is the lighter color, which is the Cobblestone. So you can see right there, see I've got some on my brush. I'm not too worried about it. I am using separate brushes, but I know that it's going to be a little bit contaminated, and that's okay because we want to blend it. So one thing I have learned, the first time that I did this, I did sort of like I started here and went down and then did the other one there, and that really doesn't look like wood grain. Wood grain really is like the full length and of the one color and then a full length of the other color. I didn't like it when I did it sort of choppy in between. So right now this is looking quite striped, right? So now I'm going to take some of this darker the little lamb. Now I'm just gonna kind of add a few little spots here. Not too much, just kind of like maybe where you'd see wood grain. And then I am gonna spritz it one more time. Now, I'm going to do this blending brush to start with, and you can kind of see. You can use different kinds of blending brushes. You can even use like really rustic, like I've used a whisk broom. So let's just start with this one and see. So that's a really, can you see how that's just really soft? Okay, so like this stripe right here, I feel like is way too defined. So I am going to add a little more of this medium color in there, and a little more water. There. It's actually not too bad. So maybe it still is a little too tone on tone. I mean, that's the thing. And if you decide that you want to see it a little bit different, you can always let it dry and repaint it. So it's just feeling a little bit too stripy, so I am gonna sort of work a little bit of the color into, this is the lighter color that I'm putting into the medium tone to kind of try to help blend that a little bit more. I don't want to see that, whoops, that much definition in it. Would be a whole different look. I really want it to look just more like a faux wood grain. That is, I don't know if you can see that on your camera angle there. It's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna let that dry. I'm not gonna rinse out my brushes yet because I might want to adjust it. And that would be my tip. Put everything into your plastic bags again and just be patient. Wait for it to dry or hair dry it, blow dry it, and see what you think. Because what it looks like wet, it's gonna look different when it's dry. So see what you think, see what you need to adjust or change. So that's a way lighter, almost a bleached wood, faux wood tone. That is, I don't know if you can see that on your camera angle there. It's actually pretty good. So I'm gonna let that dry. I'm not gonna rinse out my brushes yet because I might want to adjust it. And that would be my tip. Put everything into your plastic bags again and just be patient. Wait for it to dry or hair dry it, blow dry it, and see what you think. Because what it looks like wet, it's gonna look different when it's dry. So see what you think, see what you need to adjust or change. I'm making a mess on it. And then go from there. So that's a way lighter, almost a bleached wood, faux wood tone.